10 essential facts about SharePoint Online Recycle Bin and the Teams Recycle Bin. My name is Paul Keizers. I help businesses with SharePoint, Teams and Copilot for a living. That's why you can be sure that after watching this video you will know everything about this recycle bin. First, start off. This is a video based on a blog article that Jamie Lopez made. So congrats, I would say, but I really want to thank him for putting it out there. And it are 10 things you need to know. And we start off with first number 10, and that is just something you need to know up front. The recycle bin in SharePoint or OneDrive or Teams, whatever it is not your backup tool. And that may seem simple, but I know a lot of companies are still using that as a backup tool, which is, of course, it doesn't work like that, and it may even cause you to come into serious problems later on. So that was number one. But let's first go to Teams, and what I want to show you here is in Teams we actually don't have a recycle bin, but I know people who are putting files. For example, if I go to all general it's Dutch, sorry, and then to files. These files, if there are files, are based in SharePoint. That's why I called the title also a Teams, because basically each item you store in Teams is also in SharePoint. It's SharePoint is the backend of Teams. So if we open SharePoint here, then we can see that it opens, and here we have our full SharePoint environment. Now we have our recycle bin over here. It's always available directly for every user, and there's something special about this recycle bin. So and actually that's number 2. So the retention period of files in your recycle bin. So at the basics, it same goes for OneDrive actually. You have a 30-day retention in your first recycle bin. Yes, you heard that right, the first recycle bin, because there are 2 recycle bins in SharePoint. And you can see that because here I have a second stage recycle. So if I go there, there's another bin, and the total of the 2. So what happens? After 30 days, it goes to the second recycle bin, which is basically only accessible by a site owner. And there it stays for another 63 days, if I'm correct. And after those 63 days, the item is gone. That's why I also said in the first point, it's not a backup system, because after 93 days in total, your files are gone. So I think that is really important to know. Then the number 3, a retention period assigned. The retention period, if you delete an item, is assigned to the item itself. So this means that it first goes again to the first recycle bin, then to the second recycle bin, and so on. Let's put some items in there, or I go to a list here. Let me try, because I'm sure I have some recycle bin items. Let's go here and to the site contents. So you can also see what is happening, and this is a communication site where the recycle bin is over here. But let's see if I have a documents. Yes, I have. what I will do is I create a new folder just for the fun. This is for demo. And what I will do if it's refreshing, it is, and actually I see already 2 folders. Well, let's see what happens. First I go here. One of the new capabilities, by the way, is just drop and drag within your library. So it's moving directly and you don't have to use the menu, which is great. But that's not what this video is about. So in this case, I can do delete of the item, which means it's gone to the recycle bin. It will stay there for 30 days. But what happens if, for example, I am deleting this folder, including the file? So here I go. I delete it. Yes, I'm sure I want to delete it. And let's go to the recycle bin. I will duplicate this step for the ease of it. And let's go to site contents. So we have our recycle bin directly available. We don't have to browse every time. By the way, if you like this video, please like it and subscribe to my channel. It really means a lot to me, and it helps a lot of people. So I can make more videos for you. So as you can see, the item is deleted, and actually I only see the folder, so I don't see the items that are in there. So that's something that you need to be aware of, because sometimes in this case the items are deleted, but you don't know that they are deleted. So that's number 3 actually. But let's restore this one. So we restore it, and what happens if I refresh, it will restore. Now I will do this, and this is actually the point 4. I will delete this file first, and now the file is deleted, but I think, all right, let's also delete this folder. So no items, but a folder is deleted. So we go back to the recycle bin, refresh it, and here you see that the item is there and the folder is there. So that's something you need to know. If we are going to restore this item, it will generate the folder, etc. for me. So I'm going to click restore, and we can check it. It's empty here still. I'm going to restore. And now that it's restored, I can check. And what we see, to our surprise, the folder is also there again. So if I go back to the recycle bin, we still see that this folder is there, but it's regenerated by SharePoint. So that's number 5. So the child's, if a child or an item in a folder is restored, the whole path is restored. And this is something that is really important to know. Now, for example, in this case, I'm going to open this item, and we can restore versions. So how do we do that? We open this item, and then in this case, this is how do you say that? Word online. So I have to really check, because they changed it a bit again. Let's see where it is. My version history. It's under the file. So here we go, version history, and I can see which version, and I can click on restore version. Even when the item is deleted, all versions are still available in the, or not available, but if you restore it, it will return the versions as well. So that's really important to know. Then number 7, and that's another one where I have to go up a bit into the site contents, that's restoring an entire library. So for example, let's do this one. I can delete this library, so it's images and photos, videos, and here I go. I just delete it, and this works the same for your lists. So here we go, delete, and yes, when I go to the recycle bin again, we will see that this library is fully there, and I can restore the library directly. Again, it's not the best practice to delete everything and restore everything, but it's possible. And once more, I want to really be sure that you notice it's not a backup tooling, so be aware of that. I want to show you number 8. That's when I delete this item, for example, or let's put this item. I delete it from the first recycle bin. All right, delete. Then I will have the possibility to go to the second stage recycle bin, and it will still be here. So if I click here, I can restore it still, and it's back available on the first recycle bin. So let's refresh that, and I'm not sure why it's not showing. I think it's because it was already existing again. So let's do that one more time so you can see what happens. I'm going to delete an item within. Yeah, here you saw it. There's now this is for demo 1 and a demo version of it. So there are 2 versions, and this is quite interesting because that's got me by surprise. I restored the folder, and you see this one is restored 1 minute ago, and this one is 7 minutes ago. And it actually got the one on the end and the file which restored earlier. So that's quite an interesting one. You may want to check that out further. Then, of course, we have, for example, the number 9. When you delete an item in your recycle bin, and it's gone out of your second recycle bin. So we are about over the 93 days of recycle bin retention. Then, and you would need a restore. What's really important is that it's possible to have 14 days extra, but there are really some big things hanging on this. Because what it means, you can call Microsoft, create a ticket, say, I'm missing this file and I need it back. But if you do that, and Microsoft say, okay, we are going to do a restore, that means that your total site collection, so everything within this SharePoint site, is going to be restored to the point where you asked the restore from. Now, then if it means that 14 days of work or 93 plus 14 days of work are gone. So you have to have a real issue to say, okay, I want to have it restored. So that's really important to know. Then we've got the site level recycle bin storage quota. The first recycle bin is included in your overall site collection storage. So if you have 2 terabytes, it could mean that 300 gigs are in your recycle bin. So it's good to review that recycle bin regularly if you have troubles with the storage. And then we have a site recycle bin allocation. So for the second cycle recycle bin, we have a period or we have a storage of 200% of the site collection storage. So that means that it's not well, it's actually taking up the space, but you really need to clean up the recycle bin as well. I think that is the most important to know. It was from Jamie a three item block series, and Jamie in his article, I'm going to share it in this screen, also mentioned the admin tips, and one of those is of course using your key your users to activate automatic removal, automating tasks, and using PnP PowerShell to clear this recycle bin. So he did a really good job on this block, and I'm happy I could use it as my input and show you the same and a bit more. But also what I wanted to mention is that if you need backup or restore, you can always contact me. We can check out which vendor has the best options for you. There are several vendors around, but what I always say, everybody says backup is important. Every vendor says that, but more important is restore, because backup is one thing, but restoring is a second thing. So that's what I want you to leave with for food for thought, so to say, and see you next time. Thanks for watching.